Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume way up, because we've got tonight's episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kobold, joined by my guy, Max Faulkner. Max, what's going on tonight, brother?
Not too much, go breezy. We gotta get out of here pretty quick because there's a good game tonight. There's a good game tonight here on Thursday Night Football, everybody. Rams are taking on the
5-1 Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings tonight. That is right. That is a
In
great
LA.
game. Great
In
game. So fire that game up. But other than that, Cole Breezy, it made some salmon right before this. Keeping it healthy. Got a good workout in today.
Hell yeah.
So that's all I got for you. And really,
Nice. I haven't had salmon in a while. I like that. You get a new long sleeve over there?
I've had this. I've had this.
Never seen it.
I like the teal. It's my wife's favorite color. So she got me one, and you know what? I like it. Brings out my eyes.
It does. That looks pretty on you. Grizzlies retro.
It is Grizzlies. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Very nice. Very nice. You brought up that Thursday night game tonight, Max. That's definitely juicy on Prime. Let's talk about it real quick. Rumors going around, circulating right now, that the Vikings and the Rams, these two teams playing tonight, are in trade discussions for swapping quarterbacks.
Swapping quarterbacks.
Swapping quarterbacks. What do you think about that real quick? Darnold for Stafford.
I think that means the Rams would be, excuse me. I think that means the Rams would be selling. Okay. They are not expecting to make a run this year. Stafford could definitely fill that role in Minnesota and give them a nice run into the playoffs. So, yeah, with the team 5-1, yeah, you wanted a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So, wow, I would think the Vikings would have to give up something else other than Darnold.
You'd hope so.
Rather than just a clean swap. But okay, interesting.
Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. Let's not forget he worked in LA under Sean McVay. Okay, he won a Super Bowl over there with him and Matthew Stafford. So let's not sleep on that little connection. That'd be juicy. That'd be juicy. I think we're all waiting for Sam Darnold for the slipper to fall off. I think we're all waiting for it. Send him now while he's riding high. If he has a great game tonight, get the trade done. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But Max, a couple nights ago we did an NBA tip-off show, a little preview pod for the NBA season. Anything you got on that for the people?
Oh, it was fun. Everyone check out our NBA tip-off show that we had a couple of days ago. It's on YouTube right now, and it's a lot of fun. We have the predictions of who we think is going to win Rookie of the Year, the MVP, who's going to make the NBA Finals, who's making the playoffs, obviously. And it's a good time, so let us know in the comments how you feel about that. And other than that, I was not able to catch the tip-off games. Too busy. But I heard there were some good ones, actually. I saw the scores.
Definitely some good games. Another good one tonight. We got the Thunder in town here in Denver to play in the Nuggets.
That's a good one.
On TNT. I'll have that one on a side TV. But yeah, NBA started. But Max, we got to get back into fantasy football.
Yes.
We're going into week 8. That's crazy to think about. And definitely at the end, stay for a little World Series talk. Going to finish with a little bit of Yankees-Dodgers discussion.
Ooh, juicy matchup.
Definitely. But we've got to start with some breaking news out of the NFL.
Oh, my.
Detroit Lions wide receiver Jamison Williams has just been suspended 2 games for violating the league's performance-enhancing drugs policy. Now, let's not forget, as a rookie, he missed 11 games, recovering from a torn ACL that he suffered in the national championship game while he was at Alabama. Missed 11 as a rookie. Then last year, he comes into the season with a gambling suspension. He gets suspended for 6 games last year. He appeals it, gets bumped down to 4. I think it's crazy that, first off, he gets suspended 4 games for gambling on sports, not even in the NFL. Not the NFL he's gambling on. He gets suspended 4 games for that, but only 2 games for performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you make any sense of that, Max?
I thought that would be he'd be done. In baseball, you're banned. You're basically kicked out of the league. Get out of here, cheater. But yeah, here they're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, it's just crazy. You're double the suspension for gambling. Not even on the NFL. Jamison Williams, he was enjoying a breakout season, Max. Let's not sleep. He was a sleeper coming in. 17 catches through this season, 361 yards and 3 touchdowns. he definitely took over the number 2 role. Sam Laporta, where's he been? Where's he
Yeah.
been? Sam Laporta ain't been there.
Nope.
Jamison Williams, big threat ability, a lot of speed, 21.2 yards per catch this season. That is second in the NFL. Big playability. Max, what do you think about Jamison Williams getting suspended for 2 games? And are the Lions going to miss him?
Well, the Lions are red hot right now, and actually, if we haven't been watching the Lions, everybody, that running game looks outstanding with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. They also dish the ball to them and the passing and receiving game to them. So they're doing a lot with the running backs, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's doing his thing. Now, as far as Jamison Williams goes, I mean, hey, last game he had a queef game. A catch for -4 yards, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn near a goose.
Damn, point one. That point one saved him.
Woo! I think this is the time Samuel Laporta gets more integrated into the offense. He can definitely step in. We tight end 1 last year. We know he's got the talent. But I think it's interesting here, Max. Jamison doesn't agree with this suspension. He says he knows what he puts on his body. He's very, very mindful of it. So he doesn't agree with the suspension, but he won't be appealing it. If you don't agree with the suspension, why aren't you appealing it when you appealed last year and got 2 games reduced? I saw a rumor circulating that the performance enhancer that he might have popped for was a Viagra. What do you think about that?
I would like to know the source to who would know about this. If it's the
No
doctor,
source.
obviously that would be the big source. But Viagra, I don't know about that. This guy, what is he, 20 years old, 22? Tops? You don't need no Viagra.
Let's finish with this. Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson. We remember him, right?
Mhm.
He's come out and said that he popped half a Viagra before every game. Now, this guy was super fast already, but he said that people really couldn't keep up with him with 2 legs, but with 3 legs, nobody's keeping up with him. It was like an udder. It was like an udder back there. So Ocho Cinco said he pounded a Red Bull and half a Viagra before every game, I believe. So maybe Jamison Williams was doing Viagra before games.
I feel like that third leg would weigh you down, okay? Because it's only you're not stepping on the ground with it. All right, that thing is dangling. That thing, I don't know how you run around with a hard on. That's so messed up. That's what a weirdo Chad Ochocinco is. My gosh.
He said he
gosh.
used it
He
as
liked
an
it.
udder.
He liked it.
Use it as a fucking udder. But I think, Max, we got to throw Jamison Williams in the 2024 NFL's biggest douchebag of the year category for this.
Oh, call out.
Getting suspended, that you got to be thrown in. If it was Viagra, man, that's pretty funny.
That
But
was really funny.
got to find the drug he popped for. No one's confirming anything yet. But Jamison Williams, he's going to miss the next 2 games, and he's going to be in our douchebag category.
I like it.
Next, let's move on. Talk about the top 5 players in fantasy, full PPR leagues on ESPN, QBs, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends through 7 weeks. I cannot believe we're in week 8, Max.
Wow. Flying.
Starting at the quarterback position. Number 5 is Joe Burrow. He's 4th in completions. Number 4 is Josh Allen. He has 3 rushing touchdowns. That's tied for 4th at the quarterback position. Number 3 is Jaden Daniels, even after missing that most of last week. 372 rushing yards, is 2nd at the QB position, and 4 rushing touchdowns, tied for 2nd at the QB position.
Very good.
Number 2 quarterback through 7 weeks, Blazer Mayfield.
Still. Okay. All right.
2nd in completions and passing yards, and he is 1st in the NFL with 18 passing touchdowns. By 3.
He has 18 touchdowns?
He's got 3 more than the next guy. He's got 3 more than the next guy. Blazer is blazing that thing. But the number 1 quarterback through 7 weeks because of his legs. Lamar Jackson, 455 rushing yards, leads the quarterback position, and he's actually tied for 2nd in passing touchdowns. He's been slinging that thing around here recently. I believe 5 last game. Max, what do you think about that top 5? Lamar, Blazer, Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen, and Burrow.
I guess the only 2 you would be surprised about is Jaden Daniels because he's a rookie, and Blazer Mayfield still. Because sadly, which I think we'll get into in a second, some big injuries have hit Tampa Bay, and that is definitely going to affect Baker Mayfield's play. No doubt about it. But Lamar Jackson's MVP, so we're definitely not surprised by him being number 1.
No. Let's move into the running backs. Top 5 after 7 weeks, full PPR ESPN leagues. Number 5 is Kyren Williams playing tonight. He is tied for the NFL lead with 8 rushing touchdowns. And Max, you ain't going to believe this. Over his last 18 games, Kyron Williams, over his last 18 games, 24 touchdowns.
Damn.
Holy smokes.
Damn.
Number 4 running back is Breece Hall. He is second amongst running backs with 32 receptions, 307 receiving yards, leads the running back position. Number 3 is going to be Saquon Barkley, third in rushing yards with 658. Number 2, New Orleans Saint Alvin Kamara, after barely playing last week. A lot of catches, of course. He leads the running back position with 34 receptions. Max, he broke his hand in week 5. It just came out here recently. He broke his hand in week 5, and he's been playing. He's been playing, and he's still number 2.
Man, I don't know how he's catching the ball.
He's still
left hand, apparently.
And the number 1 running back through 7 weeks. Also, the top spot for the Baltimore Ravens, quarterback and running back. The guy back here, Derrick King Henry, is the number 1 running back. He leads the NFL with 134 carries, and he also leads the NFL with 873 rushing yards. Wow. 873. Jordan Mason is second with 667.
He has 873 rushing yards. We're only 8 games in.
Oh, my goodness. He's pushing for 2,000. Wow. No one's ever done it twice. Wow. No one's done it twice. Derrick Henry tied for the NFL lead with 8 rushing touchdowns. Max, Jerry Jones came out this week and said, Derrick Henry, he's having a career year. First off, Derrick Henry's not. He does this every year. He's a beast. Jerry Jones said he wouldn't be having that kind of season in Dallas, that he wouldn't have been worth the money in Dallas, that he was fine going and get Zeke Elliott. Get out of here. What do you think about this top 5? And give me some thoughts on Jerry Queef Jones.
I'm not too shocked about this top 5 at all. I love that Derrick Henry is number 1 again. I mean, we talk about it every year. When is he going to slow down? When the hell is he going to slow down? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Not know. Not happening this year. No doubt about it. Alvin Kamara could be a steal. He was in our second round. Yeah, drafted in our second round, which would be fourth round. Elite pass catcher in the backfield. Unbelievable. But other than that, I think that top 5 is exactly where it needs to be right now.
Jerry Jones says Derrick Henry would not be having the season he's having in Dallas, that he wouldn't have been worth the money.
What an idiot.
Any thoughts on that?
Oh, what an idiot. Are you kidding me? You have no running game. Dak Prescott keeps on getting sacked, chucking the ball, interception. CeeDee Lamb's all pissed off and frustrated. You guys got to figure out something. Go make a trade. Go get someone who can run to the backfield, because Ezekiel Elliott, he can't play anymore.
No,
he can't play anymore.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Rico Dowdle, I'm not even sure about him.
No.
Top 5 receivers, full PPR ESPN leagues after 7 weeks. Number 5 is Garrett Wilson. Actually, I think we might be
slipped in there. That. Wow.
Slipped in there. He is second in the NFL with 46 receptions, and he leads the NFL with 76 targets. He leads the NFL in targets by 9. That's a lot. Justin Jefferson, he is 4th, tied for 3rd in the NFL with 5 receiving touchdowns. Number 3 is Drake London. We're going to be talking about him a little bit later.
Wow.
Number 2. Max, I'm sorry to tell you, your guy, Chris Godwin, he leads the NFL with 50 receptions. He was second in the NFL in receiving yards with 576, tied for 3rd in the NFL with 5 receiving touchdowns. Hold your thoughts on him, because I got to give the number 1 guy here, big dog, Jamar Chase, Cincinnati Bengals. Leads the NFL with 620 receiving yards and is tied for the NFL lead with 6 receiving touchdowns.
Nice.
Jamar Chase, Chris Godwin, Drake London, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, your top 5. What's your thoughts?
You would be okay. Obviously, we were surprised about Chris Godwin. Okay, I had him as my sleeper for the NFC.
Great pick.
Sorry, Great pick. NFC South, and it's just such a bummer. Everybody, we all know he dislocated his ankle in the last 2 minutes of the game. Last minute of the game.
What's he doing out there? It
was already over. The game was already over, and that's it.
Did you see it? Did you see it pointing this way?
I turned it off. I woke up in the morning and I was like, wait, what just happened? What just happened?
that foot was pointing the wrong way. You could they read his lips when he was getting carted off. He said my career is over, is what he said. Sad. It was a great pick by you. Definitely sad. He leads the NFL with 50 receptions, second in yards. So, big loss.
Definitely a big loss for me. But here's the good news. Here's the upside, everybody. I have Jaden Reed, which in our league is ranked 5th. I have Brian Thomas, which in our league is ranked 6th. And then another backup that I have is DJ Moore, and he's technically my 4th He's technically my fourth
You
because my
got
top
depth.
dog is CD Lamb. I'm doing
You
all
got
right.
depth.
I'm
You
gonna
got
be all
depth.
right. I'll be all right.
Any thoughts on Garrett Wilson leading the NFL in targets by 9?
I was actually expecting this. I am not surprised I knew him and Aaron Rodgers were going to have this connection. Now, what's going to happen now with Devontae Adams? Okay,
Yeah. Yep.
obviously targets are going to be going his way, so we will
Has
see.
to.
But again, I think a big plays will happen more often now for Garrett Wilson. Maybe less catches, but big plays are coming.
Less defensive attention, definitely. Top 5 at tight end position after 7 weeks, full PPR leagues on ESPN. Number 5, Trey McBride. He is second amongst tight ends in targets. Number 4, your guy, Tucker Kraft. He's being carried by his 4 touchdowns. That is second at the tight end position. Number 3, Cole Kmet. He's got 3 tutties.
Yeah.
Number 2 is George Kittle. He is second amongst tight ends in receptions and receiving yards, and his 5 touchdowns leads the tight end position. But the number 1 tight end, the big dog, oh my goodness, the rookie, Brock Bowers. Listen to this. 47 receptions leads the tight end position by 13.
Wow.
Kittle is 13 receptions less than Bowers. Bowers is second in the NFL in receptions. 477 receiving yards leads the tight end position by 102. And excuse me. And Brock Bowers is 60 targets, leads the tight end position by 15. Woo. This guy is up here. The only reason that the fantasy points aren't aren't so disparate is because Brock Bowers only has 1 tutty on the year. George Kittle has 5. Okay, that's why Kittle's pretty close. But these numbers are not close for Brock Bowers. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts on the tight end position?
Definitely a shocker with Brock Bowers. And then I'll bring up Cole Kmet real quick and go back to Brock Bowers. Shocked about Cole Kmet. I slept on him because I was like, there's too many mouths. They're going to do the wide receiver game. They're going to try to run the ball. Cole Kmet might get a stray touchdown here and there. But no, he's looking great. He's looking like he could be in your fantasy lineup. And, again, with the tight end position, it's a little shaky. You might a decent pick to have in there. Now, Brock Bowers, okay, dude, wow. This guy is about to get targets up his bum because Devontae Adams is gone. He's the number 1 option, no doubt about it. They have no running game. All they can do is pass the damn ball. Brock Bowers, be ready for a potential like the most catches ever by a rookie is what I'm trying to say at the tight end position.
He's second in all. Yeah. He's second in all the NFL in receptions right now by 40 with 47. Just the disparity between him and the rest of the tight ends right now. He's going to take off if he can get some touchdowns. Damn it, let's get some touchdowns for Brock Bowers, please. Max, let's get into the juicy, tender meat of tonight's episode. The Extra Juicy Dawgs. Whoa. What is that, Max?
These dogs, man. These dogs. They scare me. They're scaring me. Oh, my goodness.
That boy's foaming back there. That German Shepherd.
Oh, my goodness. Gotta get a rabies shot. Like your annual flu shot. Get a rabies shot.
A rabies shot and a flea dip. Max, give us your quarterback, your extra juicy quarterback.
All right. So I did pick this guy before a few weeks ago because I was super pumped up that he came back because they need him in order to be successful. But I got Jordan Love, baby. Yeah. Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. He's got a juicy matchup. He's up against Jacksonville. All right, Jacksonville is ranked 32nd against quarterbacks. Now, since coming back from injury, let's check out these numbers real quick, Cobrizzi. Week 4, 389 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. That's 30.6 fantasy points. Week 5, 224 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 18 fantasy points. Week 6, 258 passing yards, 4 tutties again, 26.3 fantasy points. Last week against Houston, 220 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. That's 16 fantasy points, but obviously they got the win. Have him in your lineups, everybody. Jordan Love is looking like one hell of an elite quarterback.
I like the pick, Max. I was going to go Jordan Love. Definitely like that matchup. He missed 2 games, points per game. He's quarterback 4. He's quarterback 4 in points per game. So, yeah, Jordan Love, he's coming, baby. He's coming. I was going to go Jordan Love, like I said, but I got to talk about this guy instead because he's making news out here. He's making news in the Mile High City. Bo Nix of the Denver Broncos. And he's got a great matchup. He's playing the Panthers. Come on now. I think we might be surprised. Standard ESPN leagues. Bo Nix is the quarterback 13.
Okay.
Quarterback 13 on the season.
Okay.
We knew about the accuracy. We knew about the NCAA completion percentage record. But what we didn't know was his legs.
I
Bo
didn't.
Nix at the quarterback position, he's sixth in carries. He has 255 rushing yards. That's fourth at the quarterback position. And he has 3 rushing touchdowns. That is tied for fourth
Nice.
amongst quarterbacks. Sixth amongst quarterbacks and carries. I didn't think anywhere close to that. And like I said, they're playing the Panthers. That's a great matchup. They're 28th. Panthers are 28th against the quarterback position in fantasy football. And the Broncos, they're 10.5-point home favorites. Broncos are having a sneaky, solid season,
Yeah.
like your Bears are having a sneaky, solid season. Same thing with the Broncos, 10.5-point home favorites. Fire up Bo Nix. You're having QB problems. Shit, start him over Patty Mahomes if you have to. Start him over Patty Mahomes. Fuck it. That's crazy. That's crazy,
Are,
but fuck it.
Cole Breezy, are you thinking about that because Jaden Daniels might be out this week? You have Petty Mahomes sitting on your bench. I know it.
I have Patty on my bench. Yeah. If I get word Jaden Daniels is out, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I love that Bo Nix is having a big year as a rookie. I when we were talking about these rookie quarterbacks in the draft, I was saying that you're sleeping on them. You're sleeping on Bo Nix, and sure enough, a lot of people were. And hey, what a good organization to go to with Sean Payton as the head coach. Hell yeah.
Great coach. Great coach. Yep. Max, who you got at the running back position for your extra juicy dogs?
Go Breezy, I can't even believe I'm bringing this name up, but I'm going to tell you why in a second. I got Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt at
Yep.
Las Vegas. Vegas sucks, man. Too many hookers and late nights out at the strip, out at the strip club, hitting up the club.
Clubbing with my boys.
Hitting up the club. Too much of that. Too much of that. Speaking of drug tests, maybe they should check out what's happening with these Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sure there's a lot of cocaine and what PCP, whatever the hell is going there. Because anyway, they suck. That's my point, people. They suck. Las Vegas is ranked 26th against the running back. Cole Breezy, I guess we slept on him, slept on him while we had the chance to pick him up. This guy's old, and but since being signed to Kansas City, come on, he's been tearing it up. Last 2 games, 102 rushing yards with a touchdown, 19.2 fantasy points, and last game, 78 rushing yards, 2 tutties, 21.3 fantasy points. I still can't believe this. You better have him in your lineups, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and say it, Cole Breezy. My buddy, Mr. Tutty, Kareem Hunt is getting in the end zone.
Getting another one. Very nice. Great pickup by Kelly she had Isaiah Pacheco. He went down. Great pickup by her. Just the volume that he's getting. 22 carries last week and 27 the week before. And not a lot of running backs have 49 carries over their last 2 games. Not a lot of running backs can say that, if any.
No.
My extra juicy dog, the running back position for week 8. Going to be Buffalo Bill, James Cook. He's running back 14 right now, even with missing a game. Solid, sneaky season. The Bills are 3-point favorites in this one with a 47.5-point over-under. That is tied for second highest on the week. I expect some points here with the Bills and the Seahawks. This one's in Seattle. I like the matchup, too. The Seahawks, they're 24th against the running back position in fantasy football. And damn it, James Cook, he has 6 touchdowns in 6 games this year. This is going to be his 7th game. You know what that means? His 7th tutty. My buddy, Mr. Tutty, James Cook, on the road in Seattle. Ain't going to be easy. That's going to be a good game, man. Nice little sexy game right there.
Love that game.
But James Cook, he's going to find the end zone this week.
I hope that game's on this Sunday because, I want to watch that one. Yes, Seattle looks good. Okay, I know they're 3-2. 3-2? Oh, no. 4-3? I don't know.
I'll get it.
It's a good record.
They started 3-0. They started 3-0.
They look good.
And now the Seahawks are sitting at 4-3.
4-3.
Max, who's your extra juicy dog at the wide receiver position?
All right, Cole Breezy. This team's heating up. They're heating up. And Joe Burrow's heating up with him. Hey, I'm not going Jamar Chase. I'm going T. Higgins. Higgins taking on Philadelphia.
Nice.
Philadelphia. This is also a really good matchup. I love this game. Philadelphia is ranked 25th against receivers. Hey, Cole Breezy, this guy, T. Higgins, when you were drafting him years ago, you were like, oh, he's going to be a top 10 player, top 10 wide receiver, and he just hasn't produced. Well, guess what? Now he's starting to heat up. Check out these games. Now, last 3 games, 9 catches on 14 targets, 83 yards, 2 tutties. That's 24.8 fantasy points. Next game, 7 for 7, 7 catches on 7 targets, 77 yards. Look at that, 7, 7, 7, 7. Oh my
A
goodness,
lot of
go
sevens.
to
A lot of
Vegas, go hit the
That's a lot
slots
of
in Vegas.
sevens. A lot of sevens.
That's 11.2 fantasy points. And then last week, he was 4 catches on 8 targets, 82 yards, and a touchdown, 16.2 fantasy points. You have him on your team. You know you are starting him. You are firing up with confidence. And I bet you are all extra happy with popcorn and soda on your lappies.
Oh, wow. Definitely T. Higgins. Nobody's questioning the talent. The dude's a big dog if he's out there. The injuries, if he's out there, he's gonna be producing. But if he's in and out, if he's coming off the field in the blue tent, getting MRIs every other week, it ain't gonna work. But right now, he's out there, so fire him up. My extra juicy dog at the wide receiver position for week 8 is gonna be Atlanta Falcon Drake London. Full PPR leagues on ESPN. He's wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 3.
Wasn't
40,
expecting that. Was not
no,
expecting that, Cole Breezy.
no. 44 receptions for Drake London is 4th in the NFL. He's tied for 3rd in the NFL with 5 receiving touchdowns, and he's tied for 3rd in the NFL in targets. He's getting the value. Atlanta, they're 2.5-point favorites at Tampa Bay. This one's going to be a good one, too. Divisional matchup. 45.5-point over-under is a solid number. Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, they're 27th against the wide receiver in fantasy football. And damn it, Drake London, he has scored a tutty in each of his last 3 games. Let's make it 4 for 4.
Wow.
My buddy, Mr. Tutty, Kirk Cousins, he had that big game, and now he's kind of been queefing. Maybe he wakes up a little bit in Tampa, some nice weather, hopefully. Drake London going to score against the Bucs this week.
This is officially Atlanta's division to lose because the Buccaneers do not have Chris Godwin the rest of the year. Mike Evans is out. I think they said at least 3 games.
At least.
You better start tearing it up right now. Try to gain that lead on the Bucs before Mike Evans comes back. This is your chance to do it right now against them this weekend.
Who is your extra juicy dog at the tight end position?
Go Breezy. One of my favorite tight ends. I had him in the top 5. In the top 5, he's been out for most of the season. He got injured on that first game. Well, guess what? He's back. I got Evan Ingram of the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Green Bay. Green Bay is ranked 23rd against the tight end. He's looking like his old self again, Cole Breezy. In his first game back, which was 2 weeks ago, 10 catches on 10 targets, a perfect 10 for 10, 102 yards to go along with it. That's 14.2 fantasy points. Last week, he was 5 for 5 on targets, only 35 yards, 6 fantasy points. But he's perfect since he came back, Cole Breezy. 15 for 15. You serious?
Yeah,
unbelievable. That ratio is unreal, man.
That's pretty good.
So this might be the game where the Jags have to play catch up because Green Bay is really good. Green Bay is really good. So towards the end of the game, they might just be passing it. And, that's where tight ends are very useful because all they got to do is just go right down the middle. They get those easy 10 to 15 yard catches. And I would not be surprised on the very last drive of the game, he gets 3 or 4 catches, and to top it off, a scrappy touchdown. My buddy, Mr. Tutty, I am calling it. Evan Ingram gets his first touchdown of the year.
Would be his first. It is tough to guarantee a tight end, Tutty. I like it, Max. I like it. You don't see 10 receptions from a tight end. Yeah, the Jags are going to be playing a lot of catch-up. Jags are going to be coming from behind a lot. Trevor Lawrence seems to like Evan Ingram. I'd like to pick there, Max. My extra juicy dog at the tight end position for week 8. I'm going back to that Atlanta-Tampa Bay game. I'm going the Bucs. Tight end Cade Otton. A lot of people aren't talking about this guy. Full PPR leagues on ESPN. He's tight end 12. He's streamable. 2.5-point home underdogs. Blazer Mayfield, he's going to have to be passing. Like we've said, no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin. Yeah, we got some ancillary pieces there. But Cade Otton, I think he's going to have a big uptick in usage. Okay, a lot of targets coming his way. 45.5-point over-under, and this one is solid. Atlanta, they're 17th against the tight end position. It's not a smash. It's not a smash matchup, but I'll take that. I'll take that. Only 1 touchdown in the season. I think that's why we're not maybe talking about Cade Otton. There's going to be more coming, but I'm not going to predict one this week. Cade Otton, I think he's going to be viable moving forward.
I think that's a really good pick, Cole Breezy, considering, again, that Chris Godwin is out. He's going to have to throw the ball a little bit more, hopefully, to the tight end position. And Cade Otton's been very reliable. I'm talking 5 to 8 fantasy points.
That's good for tight ends.
Yeah, especially this season, everybody. Scrappy, but hey, you'll take it. You'll take that over a goose.
Big fat sweaty goose. Let's finish tonight's episode with a little bit of World Series talk here, Max. Quickly, we got the Yankees and Dodgers. I think that's the matchup that everybody was waiting for. This is a record 12th time that the Dodgers and Yankees are meeting in the World Series, a record 12th time. In the wild card era, that was 1995. In the wild card era, we've only seen 5 World Series matchups containing both one seeds. Only 5 times since 95 have both one seeds made it. You would think it'd be more. Dodgers had 98 wins. The Yankees had 94 wins. I think we can both agree that we have both MVPs, the AL MVP Judge, the NL MVP, my favorite player, Shohei Ohtani. And we see this big marquee matchup in the ticket prices. The largest average ticket price in World Series history right now, the average ticket going for this World Series, $1,703, the largest ever. The Dodgers won the season series against the Yankees. They only played 3 games in New York. They won 2-1. The Dodgers did in New York. The series, 1 game went to extra innings. It was solid. The Dodgers, they last won a World Series in 2020, but not everybody's respecting that. Not everybody's counting that 2020 season. So really, they haven't won a full season World Series since 1988. The Dodgers since 1988, and we've talked about it. The Yankees, they last won in 2009, and that was their only appearance. Excuse me, only appearance since 2000 was 2009 World Series. Yankees haven't been there in that long. And Max, I said it maybe about in mid-July when we did some final predictions for the MLB that the Yankees were due for one. Only two World Series appearances this century. I think the Yankees are due for one. I like the threesome of Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and Giancarlo is hitting the shit out of the ball.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
It makes me nervous to make this pick because I love my guy Ohtani. I love Mookie, and the pitching staff for the Dodgers really has impressed me during these playoffs. But I like Garrett Cole on the other side. I'm going Yankees over the Dodgers in a thriller. But man, I can't wait to watch this series.
I think this is a Game 7 series, and it's as good as it gets. It's the money of the NL taking on the money of the AL, the 2 organizations that have the most money in baseball. You already said about the ticket sales, Cole Breeze. You have to sell a kidney in order to get some tickets up in the rafters. If you're willing to sell a kidney or your foot, you might be able to go sit behind a rafter while you're there, or sit in the aisle. Sit in the aisle. Maybe you
standing
could be
room only.
You could be the backpack for the hot dog vendor. Hot dogs, hot dogs.
Up and down the aisles.
Up and down the aisles. You just gotta turn your head, turn left and right as he goes. Anyway, gonna be a really great World Series. Looking forward to it starting tomorrow night. And oh my goodness, Go Breezy, it's such a hard one to pick. But I am also agreeing with you. I'm going with the Yankees. I'm going with the Yankees. I like the bats.
Okay.
Actually, the bats on both sides are fantastic. But Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Oh, my goodness. Giancarlo, like you said, has been hitting the crap out of the ball. It's going to be real fun. It's a coin flip. This is a coin flip series, but I am going to lean towards the Yankees on this one.
Give me an MVP. I've had a bet for about a month now. I put $3 to win 100 on Aaron Judge. So I'm going to roll with Aaron Judge as my MVP.
I'm going to go Juan Soto. Okay, I think Juan Soto is due for. Hey, he won the World Series back with the Washington Nationals. Had to get past the Dodgers that year. I remember I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods, and everyone was so upset. Everyone was so upset.
Oh,
in LA, by the way, when I was living in LA, obviously. But anyway, Juan Soto, he's the man. Okay, he is big time when it comes to underneath the lights. And he loves the show. So I could see him winning MVP.
That's going to do us tonight, Maxie, for the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. What you got?
The cup. But
it vanished. Max, what do you think about, let's get out of here, Jamison Williams possibly popping boners to be able to run faster?
I don't know how you run around with a boner. I mean, are you Texas tucking it? I mean, are you oversizing the cup? Do you have
Ocho Cinco just let it flutter?
No cup? Just let it flutter around?
Probably can't fit that in the cup.
But definitely can't fit that in a cup. You got a padded sock. Like one of the a sock within a sock within a sock. Just padded. Just padded down.